Hi, Dr. John Florendo coming to you from the Unlimited Wellness Institute right here in Las Vegas. And for my patients worldwide, and for my patients that I haven't seen since the pandemic shut down, I miss you. I miss your bones. I love being a chiropractor, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you're well. But this protocol is my Cervical Spine 101 series for TMJ, whiplash cervical injuries, neck injuries as well, and disc injuries, disc degeneration, disc herniations, or disc bulges, right? So this program is just for the neck up, right? So I want to be able to, teach you how you can speed up your recovery, and if I haven't seen you, to help maintain what we've worked on until you get back in the office, right? But the main thing is, if you think about your cervical spine, your neck area, right? It is supported by cervical C-shape part of the spine. C-shape, as you're talking about this C-shape, right? You also have that C-shape in the lower spine, right? So gravity plays its toll on the disc of your spine, every part of your spine, gravity. The key is, they found scientifically that when you maintain the curvatures, it prevents or slows down the degenerative process of the disc. And they've seen that in astronauts that went up in space where there's no gravity and they came back. The ones that had better curvatures of the spine, the quicker they recovered and they saved their space. The ones that had no curvature when they came back, caused more degeneration, had many arthritic conditions developed as a result of that. So, science has proven that this cervical curvature is important. The lumbar curvature is important, right? So main thing is, one, we want to prevent further damage. Even if we do have some degeneration there, the body can repair. It can actually heal up again. Just like when you cut yourself, you put a bandage on. It's not the bandage that heals the cut. Your body does that. As long as you're alive, you have that innate wisdom. We call it innate intelligence that continually keeps you healthy, keeps you repairing, keeps you alive. So the goal is really to stay alive, right? That's our whole premise of life, is to live life healthy. Who wants to be, living a long time but tied up to tubes in bed and comatose, taking up space? We don't want that. We want to be living with energy, with vigor, with passion, as Tony Robbins always says, right? Live with passion. And I hope I illustrate that when you're here. I just love when you're here. I can't see myself doing anything else. But the goal is, one, for the neck. Key. First part is breathing. If you came to my healthcare class, my HEAL session, Health Education Awareness lesson, my class where I show you how to breathe, the first part is the breathing, right? You have to do deep diaphragmatic breathing. And when you do that, you're actually increasing oxygen, right? So the way they taught us how to breathe is actually wrong, right? When you're breathing, they teach you, right? Take a deep breath, shoulders up, right? Chest out, right? You're actually not breathing in oxygen. You're taking in carbon dioxide, and you're poisoning yourself. Carbon dioxide also is a suppressor, right? That's why you get tired, right? Oxygen is an enhancer. It stimulates, right? So that's why when people are taking enough oxygen, they have a lot of energy, right? Oxygen is one of the fuels your body needs to survive. The cells thrive on oxygen and glucose. It converts to glycogen. That's where you get your energy in your cell. So if you're feeling down, you don't feel well, you start your breathing. The proper way to breathe, diaphragmatic, like singers do. Right? Breathe in through the nose. As you breathe in, the diaphragm extends out. Let me lower this so you can see my belly. It gets a little big. But it's a great illustration, right? So breathing in through the nose. Watch my shoulders. They don't go up at all. We're going to breathe in, blow out. 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 You should do that at about 7 times. If you did 7 times of that breath properly, right, you'd feel a little dizzy, which I do right now. I've got a rush of oxygen within my body through all my cells. So my cells are vibrating, they're moving around, right? So that's the key. That's the first part of the stretch, is the breathing. After you do the breathing, then we start to go into the shoulder shrug. Now, we don't want to do forward shrug, right? Because gravity is already pulling us forward, right? You don't want to do anything forward, right? Especially with our spine, if your spine is in degeneration mode. We don't want that. So we want to bring, again, remember the curvature is the key. So we're going to bring the spine back, especially for the neck area. Different for the mid back, different for the low back. But the key is this: up and around, up and around. If you've worked out and you do shoulder shrugs, right? Shoulder shrug is really just straight up because you're building the trap muscle. That's the only action of that trap muscle is shoulder elevation. But here we're stretching the trap. So it's back, rotating back, up to the ears and back. Especially when you get tension. You have a headache starting, right? Tension. Most 99% of headaches are vascular, right? So you want to bring it up and down, up and down, right? Up and down. About 7 of those as well. 6 to 7 of those. Boom. Warm them up. Warm it up, right? Next thing we're doing after we do that, we've done the breathing. We've done the shoulder shrug stretch, right? Warming up, getting blood in the muscle. When we get blood in the muscle, we get oxygen in the muscle, right? Boom, right? Next thing we're going to do is that we're going to warm up the disc, right? So this is a stretch and a rehabilitation for disc injuries too. Key is that the disc is made up of 80% water, 85% water, right? And with a 15% tissue that supports the water like a balloon almost. Right, so we want to warm them up, but gently. We want to warm up gently because as we don't utilize the disc properly, it dries up like Jello. Right, you ever put Jello in the fridge and it hardens up? Imagine that's your disc. So we want to warm it up, and we do that with circumduction stretches. So circumduct, we're going to go clockwise. Okay, so ear to shoulder, head back looking up, ear to shoulder, forward, ear to shoulder, head looking up, ear to shoulder, forward. Right? Now it's not a race. You may hear some popping and some clicking in there. That's good. That's synovial fluid. That's actually the fluid in between the articulations where the bones glide across each other. We're warming them up, spreading them out. And then we do the other side, counterclockwise. Right? Ear to shoulder, look up. Ear to shoulder, forward. Ear to shoulder, look up. Ear to shoulder, forward, right? Counterclockwise. Warm it up. 6, 7 times. Boom. Yes. Beautiful. Right? So we've warmed up the disc. We've warmed up the cervical spine.
Thank you for tuning in to Wellness Wednesdays and have an unforgettable day.